We went from saying Wind needed more characters and more units because SBS and Wasuka were starting to fall a little bit behind in terms of damage output, to now having a stupidly strong characters for the anniversary when it comes to Wind. So let's talk a little bit about Liberalio. Simple kit as well, a little bit longer than Chime at least. Thank God, Chime was pretty short. You will be able to see the Chime kit video after this one. It's already prepared, but I was waiting for Liberalio, so I'll post Chime later today probably. That said, before we start, as usual, hello Diners, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. This topic, the face of the Discord server for 2+ years. Finally, I'll be able to pull for her when she's reload. She's asking for it. Okay, I'm just saying. Her first animation, I'm not a fan. Like compared to Nayuta at least, right? It feels way better than Nayuta 1 rather than this one. Assuming this is the lobby you get, if it was zoomed in, I would MLB. If it's this one, the lobby with the wave, I don't like it personally. And that's it, enough yapping about the fan service being gooders. Let's talk about her kit and what she's doing. Attacker B3 Wind Sniper Rifle, Heretic character. She has a pretty loaded kit, like a really loaded kit. Really strong unit. Basic stuff when it comes to a sniper rifle: 69 attack damage, charge time 1.5 seconds, 250 of damage on full charge, 200 core, 6 bullets, 2-second reload time. Okay, the usual. Her kit means most likely that she's gonna become the strongest wind DPS in the game, while also buffing SBS, which makes no sense. But skill 1, Calm Depths. This should be big enough for you guys, hopefully. Should be big enough? I think it should be fine. So, activates when entering full burst, affecting herself 160% attack for 3 seconds. Really big buff. Now, you might be thinking, why only 3 seconds? And you'll see why in a moment. Activates when landing full charge attacks on a target score. Is going to be increasing her attack damage by 20% for 60 seconds. This is useless on bosses without cores, but still, if you can get enemies with the core on stage, she's going to be getting this permanently because it's a 60-second buff. And then activates when landing full charge attacks affecting the targets, 40% of final attack as additional damage, activating 5 times. And also, when entering full burst, affecting one burst stage 3 ally unit with the lowest final attack, charge speed increased by 12% of caster's charge speed for 10 seconds. This means you can buff SBS. Now, if your SBS has high investment, it's gonna be pretty hard that she becomes the lowest, because she gets 160% attack for 3 seconds, so your other B3 can become the lowest attack character for those 3 seconds to actually get this charge speed buff. The problem is that if you have a fully invested SBS, like is my case, and a lot of people have fully invested into her because she was a really good character, she's already giving herself 115 when she bursts. So I'm not sure if you will be able to get this when she's bursting, because she's getting 115% plus full investment, and then if you only have like a copy of Liberalio, you might not be able to actually get this buff. But we'll see. If you can always get this buff on your SBS, this is a fantastic skill 1 already. And now moving into skill 2 and her burst. Skill 2, Strange Currents, a pretty simple skill that it's also fucking broken. Activates when landing full charge attacks, affects self if the enemy hit is the stage target, a boss. Raging Current, attack damage 231% continuously, and removes Gentle Current. You'll see what's that in a second. 231 attack damage. That is the highest attack damage buff in the game by far. Now, this doesn't mean it's going to be broken from the get-go, even though we believe it's going to be the case, but other characters also had like huge numbers. I don't know what's like the highest. I think the highest is Asuka, like a self-attack damage buff. And it's like 100 something, yeah. At level 10, I don't know how much it is. I'm not gonna be checking, but it's 100 something at level 10 on attack damage. But she's giving herself 231 continuously. You don't even have to wait for the full burst. That is really good when hitting a boss. So if you're hitting a Raptor that is not the stage target, instead of gaining attack damage, what you're gonna be gaining is a charge time reduced at the 1 second. So instead of 1.5 seconds that she has as a charge time, she has a 1 second charge time. So for normal enemies, she can charge faster. For bosses, she gets 231% attack damage. She cannot get both of these things because You either hit the target or you either hit a normal enemy. But this is a really strong skill considering it's active 100% uptime on boss stages, right? And you will get this 231, which is fantastic. And then the best thing is that she gains immunity only for herself to increase charge speed and decrease charge speed effects continuously. I want to think that this also means that even if your SBS is higher attack, she will be able to get this buff because your Liberalio is immune to getting it, but I don't know how it works. The good thing about this is for the boss on Union Raid, that makes SBS unusable because she gets this long ass charge time debuff. That will not work on Liberalio, making her the best DPS for that boss specifically for people who don't have Wasuka. So fantastic, zero complaints there. A lot of characters for this anniversary have the immunity to specific things. So we'll see if Queen 001 is an enemy that will be cleansing your characters, removing all of their buffs, or what the fuck she's gonna be doing. That will be interesting. And then lastly, Per's skill, Submerged World, a 40-second cooldown obviously, getting 50% attack damage for herself, and then to all enemies doing a big AoE of almost 1000 of final attack as additional damage. Both characters are looking pretty good. Obviously Kraken, it's literally dead because now you have your SBS, now you have the new sniper, which is going to be Liberalio, and then you can put also Nayuta plus whatever you need in there, be it Crown, be it another buffer, just like for example Helm if you wanted, or even if you wanted to not put Crown, just put more damage. You could still be running your Wasuka, whatever she is, I don't know because I am blind, but you could still be putting your Wasuka, right, with Nayuta in there and the new girl. So a lot of options for win. It seems that Kraken is gonna become the easiest boss by far after this anniversary. I think right now the easiest boss is Harvester. Water is really stacked when it comes to the anomaly interception at least, and now Wind is getting there. I don't think any of the characters on this anniversary can compare, at least in damage numbers, can compare to what Rappi is doing still, because Rappi is 2 elements, 2 manufacturers for the towers. She can be used as a B1 and a B3. She has the best cooldown reduction in the, like, she has way too much on her kit in order to be dethroned. I think we're getting characters that can be at the same level of the current meta we have. So Nayuta is gonna be competing for that spot for a B2 with Crown. Depending on the situation and the element, you'll choose one or the other. And now with Liberalio, we're getting a really good DPS. It was time for SBS to get some competition, and she's been falling little by little, falling out of the meta. It's a fantastic character, right? But at least now you can get the buffer for her as well, without having to be bringing Alice or anyone else. Which it's a little bit stupid, considering that the character that they tried to make as a buffer for SBS was Mana, and then we'll never really use her. She kinda sucks ass. Like, she's not a bad character. Her damage is decent as a sub DPS. She provides utility, the heal, the revive, but the percentages are not there compared to anything coming out newer. So it's a little bit weird. Shift Up does that a lot, where they will release a character with the intention of helping a different unit or a specific niche, and then never really using that character or finalizing those ideas. Leona is the same thing, for example. But still, getting more options is fine. Both characters look really strong. Even the free unit for the anniversary is looking nice. Zero complaints on my part. Maybe we'll get a run video tomorrow on Surface mode after I test. We'll see. That's it. We're gonna be live later. As usual, links in the description. Good luck with your pool, the internet, and I'll see you on the next one.